I guess it would help if I hit the right button. Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing today? I appreciate you being in. Let's see who's all here. Embarkation Nation is here, rooted in essential oils here. Thank you for being here. Destination Fun, thank you for the thumbs up. Betty's here now because she has to leave early. Betty, I appreciate you, but when you have to leave, you know you have to leave. Wait a second, Betty. You want to leave because you got UPS packages coming? Come on now. No, I'm just kidding, Betty. When you have to go, you have to go. Controversial cruising. Scott, if you stick around to the end, Scott, I can bring you up, and then after the show is over, hopefully I'm trying to do about an hour. I'll bring you up, and we can talk after the show. The Mustard Drill is here. Thank you, Scott, for being here. Mad is in the house. Welcome in, Mad. Bone Tired Travelers, thank you for being here. Thank you so much. How's everybody's day going? I am here for a little bit. Oh no, I'm gonna miss Scott. Yeah, cruising is fun. Is here. Cheryl, appreciate you being here. Keisha, welcome in. Happy Thursday. What is Thursday? Taco Tuesday. What is Thursday? I'm gonna make it Spaghetti Friday, Spaghetti Thursday. Oh, got that tooth pulled. Isn't that amazing how well you feel after you get something done like that? So today, people, and if you're watching on replay, today we're going to be talking about the do's and don'ts of cruising. A lot of it will be, if you're a seasoned traveler, you probably won't think much about it. But if you're new to traveling or don't travel that much, maybe something it'll give you something to think about. Also, people that were here for my live the other day, was it yesterday, day before, whenever the other live was, it was a pop-up. You guys are supposed to do a homework. Hey Z, welcome in. You guys are supposed to do homework to tell me your do's and don'ts. So when we get going, don't be shy to type in there as far as your do's and don'ts and what will be on your list. This is not going to be everything that I think, but these are some of the most important things that I consider some of the do's and don'ts of the cruise world, especially since all of us have cruises coming up, or most of us have cruises coming up. We just have certain things that we have to do, we should do to make it an easy, smooth transition. Betty says, I promise I will not bring hard liquor in my bags. Yes. Well, they took my wine out my bag, but my fault. I shouldn't have done it. That's not included. I'm not going to include that. Rooted in essential oils, famous. Thank you for stepping back in. I appreciate it. And we are going to get to these bone tired travelers. We are going to get to all these. And for me, the one thing I do when my vacation starts, or when I start planning a vacation, I go to relax. I don't like to be stressed. I don't want to argue. I don't want to be walking around the ship mad. I'm on vacation, and it's a good thing. Until they kick me off the ship, it's a good thing. So we are 11 people in the house. If you don't mind, as you're coming in, if you don't mind hitting the like button and hit the thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, I would appreciate it. Also, if you could share this channel out, try to see if we can get some more people here, some more cruisers, some more travelers in the house. And if you're new to the channel and you haven't subscribed yet, why not? No, just kidding. If you're new here and you like what you hear, think about subscribing. I promise I don't bite. You can always unsubscribe if you don't like what you hear, but it helps the channel out. Mike Clock is in the house. Is he still on his cruise getting ready for dinner? Formal night. Mike, I used to love formal night. I don't anymore. It used to be special. Back in the day, back in my day, back in the day, formal night was the night you got dressed up and they took pictures. See, now every day they line up for pictures and things like that. But back in the day, it wasn't like that. It was only on formal night. Everybody speaking. Hi, Scott. Hi, Clock. Hi, everybody. Boom, boom. Bill doesn't bite. He just rambles. I do. I got a real bad habit of rambling. I'm trying not to ramble now, so I at least try to keep up with the chat early. Well, we are going to get this party started. The weather here is it's about 80, 85, 87 degrees here in Detroit. Decent weather. The smoke from Canada is finally clearing out a little bit. Pretty good day here. But we are going to get started with the do's and don'ts, my do's and don'ts for traveling. And don't get me wrong, there're going to be a lot of do's and don'ts that everybody does and everybody suggests and things like that. So if it's a rehash, hey, stick around anyway. OMG, Bill, that can be a new segment. Back in day cruising. One time a week, you share a memory from what cruising used to be. You know what, Scott? I don't remember enough back in the day. Every now and then, something comes back into my mind. Again, I used to when I used to cruise before I started, and now I only started doing YouTube a little over a year ago. I used to just go on a cruise. I didn't care who the cruise director was because I was gonna be at the Sellaway anyway. I was going to party. I was going to go to the casino. I never really paid attention to the shows. I went to the shows, but I didn't really pay attention to the shows because nobody's going to ask me about the shows. So I didn't think anything about it. So about a year ago, I just started paying attention to different things about cruise lines, even though I've been cruising since 1990. Rock the Boat is in the house. Bill, I think I do more than that. Scott is that is Betty says, Scott, that is amazing. Too bad Bill forgot. Yeah, what can I say? I mean, certain things I can remember, and that was there's certain things that were so crazy to me that I can remember back in the day. Back in the day, Carnival used to let you shoot shotguns. You shot skeets, little clay objects they would shoot off the back of the boat. You could shoot them with a shotgun. And I always thought, my man, here, let me give a loaded shotgun to somebody who's been drinking all day. A good move there, Carnival. Well, they finally got rid of it. You could hit golf balls off the back of the boat. I mean, it was a good time back in the day, back in my day. And I do believe I never went up there, but I do believe Carnival had topless sunbathing. It used to be on top of the decks. You could go up there, and if you want to be a topless sunbather, you could back in the day. We can, Scott. We can get Bill to remember. We just got to talk about. We just got to talk about it. Hecky, just go. Everybody speaking. MH family, welcome in, my friend. I appreciate you being here. Congratulations on the growth of your channel, MH family. People, we're trying to get her to 10,000. My understanding is once she gets to 10,000, or once the family gets to 10,000, they're giving away an incredible prize. And my understanding is it's a cruise. So she was at 9,000. I haven't checked here lately to see what she's up to now. But friends, we need to get her. When I say giveaway, we're talking giveaway. We're talking giveaway. So everybody go check out MH Family Adventures. Raquel, if you're in here still, if you type in hashtag strong, that'll drop your link. Nightbot is in here working. And that will drop your link, and whoever's not connected with you could go connect with you. And people, when you go over there and connect, make sure you do it the right way. Go over there and watch some videos and hit the like button and leave a comment and let Raquel know that you've been there. Because people, a cruise, we can all get in there and get a cruise. Who does that? Who in the cruising world does that? And she's a travel agent. So if you have a cruise you want to book, she might be the person that you want to talk to. Let's go down. Anthony on the Move is in the house. Welcome in. I think I got everybody. I think I'm down at the bottom of the chat, so I appreciate that. All right, we're gonna go ahead and get started. Cruises do's and don'ts, and I'm gonna start with the do's. And again, these are things that I do, and I think people should do to make your trip less stressful. And nothing like going on vacation and being stressed. The first thing you want to do before you go on a cruise, before you do anything about cruising, do a little research. Go to YouTube. See, YouTube is a wonderful thing. Find out about the ships that you like. Find out about the ports that they go to. Do a little research to find out. Every cruise ship is not for everybody. Some people like small ships. Some people like big ships. Some people like ships. Mommy Millionaire's in the house. Ava, how you doing? Thanks for watching, Ava. Ava, that's my granddaughter, by the way. She's 4 years old. Biggest fan. Biggest fan. She's been watching my videos all day. How many people out there can say that? Thank you, Ava. Pop Pop loves you. Together we travel. Welcome in, Will. Appreciate you being here. So anyway, do some research and find out. So you don't want to go in blind. So YouTube is a great resource. A good travel agent. Keisha says MH Family Adventures, Raquel, is a powerhouse travel agent. I haven't used her yet. So I'm going by Keisha, and Keisha knows everything. And everybody knows Keisha. Thank you, Keisha. So just made her. She's here watching me. She's doing me a favor. Mommy Millionaire. I appreciate Ava. Ava's the best. Ava and Aiden. Okay, anyway, back to the subject at hand. Do a little research so you can find out what ship you want to go on to. And whatever ship that is, whether it be small, whether it be large, do yourself a favor. When you start planning your travel and you're talking to your travel agent or you're doing it on your own, try, if you can, I know you work, but try to get there early. Don't put the stress on you of trying to get there the same day. I've done it. I'm not saying I've never done it. Something came up where when I was working, I couldn't leave until that morning of the cruise. But I was on pins and needles all day long. Am I going to make the cruise? Embarkation Nation, welcome in. And, is there going to be a plane delay? Because I'm in Michigan. So every place I go, it's a flight. Is the weather going to be bad? Especially if you go in the wintertime, you got snowstorms. Is it bad? Is summertime? Is it a hurricane down in Florida or whatever it might be? Go a day early, 2 days early, and relax and enjoy your cruise. Make that part of your vacation practice is to get there early and be relaxed. And when you do travel, okay, now you flew down like me. I flew down to Florida. Whenever you see me, if you guys see me on a cruise ship, if I'm going on Boost Cruise in October, when you guys see me, you're going to always see me with a backpack. My backpack stays with me. And in that backpack, when I'm flying, all my paperwork, my documentation, my passport, my birth certificate, my passport card, and then all my electronics. Have you ever seen how people load luggage on the airplanes? Yeah, all my cameras and all my laptop and everything, it goes in my backpack. I take it with me. Medication. Do not, I repeat, do not put your medication in your checked baggage. if the airplanes lose your luggage. And I've been lucky. All my flights, I've been flying for a long time, and as I said, been on many cruises. The airlines only misplaced my luggage. I'm not gonna say lost because they did find it after I landed and started heading to the port. They did find it, so they might misplace it. You don't want your medication and your paperwork in that bag. So just keep it with you. And when you get to the port, well, let's back up a little bit. So you get there a day early, and most of this is about cruising because this is kind of like a cruise channel. It's Armstrong Adventures and it's a travel channel, but I do mostly cruising. So anyway, you get to the port. You've made your reservation. What time you're supposed to be there? Arrive around your reservation time. Don't show up early. I mean, again, a lot of cruise lines try to accommodate you, but it just makes it more hectic, more congested when everybody shows up about the same time. If you pick early, well, if you pick an early boarding, come early. If you pick a late one, well, come a little later. Either one. The ship's not going to leave without you. I mean, so you're going to get on board. So and don't. If something happens where their computers go down, you're all going to get on board. Just relax. You're on vacation. Just try to remember that. And for me, another thing that I love doing, and I'm at the port and I'm on the ship, I'm getting on the ship. The very first thing I do, first of all, I check my bags. I usually have like one large suitcase and my backpack. My large suitcase, I give to a porter, give him $3 to $5 a bag. It's one bag, so usually I probably have like a $5 tip. You don't have to, not mandatory, but I just feel safer. I feel like if I'm giving him a tip, he'll make sure my bag gets on it. Again, never lost a bag on a cruise ship, so whether you tip them or don't tip them, it probably wouldn't matter. But the very first thing once I get on board, the first question I ask is, who knows what the first question I ask is? Anybody? Okay, I'll just tell you. Where's my muster station? How do I get to my muster station? Uh, the muster drill is for non-cruisers is a safety regulation that everybody has to go through before the ship can pull away. You have to learn where to go in case of emergency. In case there's an abandoned ship, you have to know where your station is because you got lifeboats all around the ship. You have to know where to go, so we all don't go to the same ship. You kind of spread the people out. You go to where your muster station drill is. Will G, welcome in. Welcome in. Um, do that. They're going to show you. They really pared down how to do the muster drill. Basically, they show you how to put on a life jacket. Do yourself a favor. Pay attention. Pay attention. A lot of people don't pay attention and they want to have drinks and pay attention. Again, the likelihood of ever needing it is slim to none. But my philosophy is, what if? When I get on an airplane and they're giving the safety briefing, very, very unlikely I'm going to need it, but what if? Scratch and Pete, welcome in the house. Phil and D's Travel Spree, thank you for coming in. Scroll's Nest, thank you for coming in. Appreciate it. So do your muster drill. Once the muster drill is over, now it's on and popping, as some people would say. Lisa, thanks for coming in. You can do whatever you want to do. If you want to drink, go ahead and start drinking and enjoying your vacation. Get ready to go grab a bite to eat. Go get ready for sail-away party. Whatever you want to do. You're actually on vacation now. There's really nothing else to really worry about until it's time to get off the ship. And one thing, people learn the hard way. And I've told a few people, I've kind of stopped telling people because they say, oh no, my phone, I have a plan for that. On a cruise ship, when you got in the middle of the ocean, your cell phone plan doesn't work the same. You're going off of some carnival relay and it's not the same. Cut your phone to airplane mode. I don't care about that. Well, my plan, it works in the Caribbean. My plan works in the Bahamas. It doesn't work on a cruise ship. Your phone will work, but it's going to be $3 a minute, and the data is going to probably be $5 a kilobyte or something. So just trust me, put your phone on airplane mode. Just do it. Just because Armstrong Bill says do it. Just do it. It'll save you a ton of grief. Easy peasy, nothing to worry about. We're gonna go back to this, first day of the cruise, and especially like you new timers. I know you bought the drink package, so this is gonna be a don't right here. You bought that drink package, and you want to see how many drinks of those 15 you can get done. If you bought the drink package, take it easy. Number one is don't overindulge. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. It's just too much. Just too many things can go wrong. You're losing time on the cruise and enjoying the cruise. You're getting sick. I can remember it was one guy, and I forget what cruise it was, but it was Carnival, and it was 4:30, and we had a celebrate party, and I'm down there, and the celebrate party was kind of just winding down, and I'm at the Red Frog pub bar, and a guy, he had gone through his 15 drinks already, so he boarded, let's say 11. By 4:30, he was done through 15 drinks. He was drunk as can be. And me being the kind guy that I am is like, come on, man, let me get you a shot. So yeah, I started buying him a shot, and we started talking. And he's a gambler. I'm gonna meet you down in the casino tonight. Yeah, because I drink free in the casino on my casino plan. I never saw that guy the rest of the trip. I'm sure that night he was sick. Probably the next day he was sick. Don't overindulge. You're just messing up your day. And if you act like a fool, Carnival, they'll take care of you. They have jails on these cruise ships. So if you get out of line, you're done. If you start fighting now, Carnival is cracking down. They start as far as people finding people for this, that, and the other. So don't do it. As Rock the Boat say, they're gonna learn. They're gonna learn today. They're gonna learn. You're there on vacation. Learn, just relax and enjoy yourself. Take your time and go see the ship. One of the things I do is that first night on Carnival. A lot of times I try to book the steakhouse and a lot of the specialty restaurants. If you book on the first night, because a lot of people don't eat at the specialty restaurants on the first night. So what they did to try to alleviate that was on the first night, they'll give you a free bottle of wine. I try to go there on the first night. If that's something I want to do. Hey, Canadian Family Life, welcome in. Thanks for being here. I try to go take advantage of that. So if I want to book the steakhouse, usually I go to the steakhouse. I go, I book it, I go, have dinner, get a free bottle of wine. Yeah, easy peasy. One of my and we're gonna get back to some do's here. And I know I'm skipping over. I'm seeing the comments coming in, so don't think I don't see the comments. I see that drink package can be dangerous. Lisa, yes, and yeah, Keisha, that plan doesn't work in the middle of the in international waters. It doesn't, and they learn the hard way. And if you say something to them, oh no, my plan does. I've been there, done it. I'll say, you know what? Have at it. Maybe it does. Maybe I don't know everything. I know my T-Mobile doesn't. Rock the boat. Know your limits. Know your limits. One of my one of my do's is be kind to the crew. And to me, that's is one of the biggest. Bamanola, welcome in. Cruise Nuts, thanks for coming in. That's one of the biggest things. Be kind to the crew. Be kind to the crew. Everybody from Carnival, everybody on that cruise ship is there trying to make you happy. Will things go wrong? Yes. And if they can make it right, they will. Some things they might not be able to make right, but most of the time they can make it right. And they're all there trying to make you happy. What you'll run into a lot of times is a lot of people on the cruise ships and Carnival. We won't get into why the ships are registered outside the country. So you'll have a lot of foreigners. When I say foreigners, people who aren't U.S. citizens. So English is like a second language. Some people are better than others as far as understanding the language. They may not understand. You may have to repeat yourself once or twice. Do it. Repeat yourself. And it's not like they don't want to help you. Just help them understand. What you're trying to convey to them as far as what you want. You want extra towels. The drink. You want no ice. Let them just bear with them. They will try to make it right for you. Don't get mad. Don't yelling and fussing and cussing and want to go, write a negative comment to Carnival and go on YouTube. Can't believe what they just did. Look at this guy right here. He got my order wrong. Can you believe it? And he wanted me to pay for it. Don't do it. Be kind. Okay, and I'm just kind of ranting right there. But again, be kind. And I'm always kind to people. And if you want to see like people happy, the Gypsy of Vanilla Gorilla, welcome in. Thanks for coming in, my friend. If you want to see people happy, when you see the workers, like, if you're ever out there at the buffet and these people cleaning your tables, sit there and talk to them for a second. Say, hi, how's your day going? Where are you from? That's nice. Oh, one thing I try to do is, like, when I go to my dinner table, I try to have the same waiter. I want to have the same waiter for my dinner table. Wherever I find out wherever they're from, and I try to learn a few words in their language. So I go down there how to say hello, goodbye, thank you in their language, and their face just lights up. Be kind. Treat people like you want to be treated. The golden rule: treat people like you want to be treated. And one thing we're going to keep going down the list now because I'm on a roll now. I'm on a roll, people. For everybody, it's 24 people in the house. I appreciate you all being here. If you're new to the channel, I welcome you in, and hopefully you like what you hear. For everybody else, and the new people, go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. You can always unsubscribe, but hopefully you like what you hear, and you'll think about coming back. And also hit the like button on the way in. It's supposed to help the algorithm, so please go ahead and hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and if you can, share it out so we can try to make this channel grow. And I can't do that without you guys. You guys are what makes this channel. Peer runners, welcome in. I appreciate you being here. I can't wait. Peer runners, I get to meet them in December, so I can't wait to meet them. And okay, well, back to the list. People take advantage of the shows on board. And I know that may not seem like a big thing, but they actually have pretty decent shows. Take advantage of them. Also, things that you normally wouldn't do, sit down and I know, maybe some people don't like violin music. Maybe some people don't like rap. Maybe some people don't like rock and roll. Sit down and listen to different type of music and really listen and enjoy it. There's a lot of people out there that don't know they like something because they never tried it. So just think about that and do it. Also, on the same note, on a cruise ship, most of the food is free. You have some specialty restaurants, but they do have other food. Like for me, I don't like seafood, but they had sushi there. I tried it. I still don't like it, but I tried it. The Italian food. Don't become a creature of habit, which I am, and eat just one type of food. Go to the Italian restaurant. If you like seafood, get some seafood. Eat some steak. Eat a salad. Take advantage, especially some of these larger ships now. They have a ton of options. Eat something that you normally don't eat. Now at dinner time, they'll have different menu options. There's, I usually order whatever I order. Usually it's a beef product and a Caesar salad, but they'll have other things on there that I'll try. They had wild boar. Tried it. Alligator, tried it. By the way, both of them were delicious. Um, experience life and see what other foods taste like on these newer ships, XL class ships on Carnival. They have shawarmas for those that had never tried Mediterranean food. So yeah, so just try it. This is a way to experience the world without actually going, around the world. And a cruise ship by being included, try it. You're not going to get a better chance to try it. Okay, I actually wrote notes down. People, can you? I don't know if you can believe that or not. Anthony on the move. I think I spoke to you. Anthony on the move. Welcome in. If I didn't speak to you, but welcome in. Um, I wrote notes, people. One of the main things is now you're on a cruise ship and you're going to these different ports. You're going all over in the Caribbean island, or you're going all off the West Coast, or wherever you're at. Sometimes you cross time zones. So what they're going to tell you on the cruise ship all the time is stay on ship time. So when you get on that cruise ship and it's 4 o'clock, stay on that time, because you may go to some place in the Caribbean islands where it's not the same time zone, so the clock changes. And sometimes you get what we call pier runners, and that's people running to the ship trying to get on the ship. Well, you told me all on board time was 4:30. Yeah, it's 5 o'clock now. A lot of times they'll wait for you. It's 5 o'clock. Sometimes they won't. It's 5 o'clock now. All because they turned their phone on and it went to local time instead of ship time. So stay on ship time. I mean, if Sean from the Down Under Cruisers, welcome in. He's on his mobile and can't tag. I know that feeling. I hate it. I say hi one time and that's it, Sean. When I'm on my phone. Um, it will save you. It will save you in the long run if you stay on ship time. And whenever I see new cruisers, blue card people on Carnival, your first cruise is your blue card. And then after your first cruise, you turn to a red card, and then up to, I don't know, 24 days, you 24 days you go turn to gold, and 75 you turn to platinum, and 200 days you turn to diamond. Anywho, whenever I see a blue card and they start getting off the islands, uh, and they don't know, what time do we have to be on? I try talking to them and let them know, because I don't want to see anybody miss the ship, all because they didn't understand. And I know the ship says it 100 times: stay on ship time, stay on ship time, stay on ship time. Some people may not understand what stay on ship time actually means. So, if you do know, share it with other people. And if you're going off the island and you see people like walking on the island, hey, say something. Hey, what ship? We're supposed to be back on at 4:30, and it's whatever time it is now. Hey, it's 3:30. Yeah, are you sure you're heading in the right direction? Do it with a smile, not a smarter Aliac comment. Mike and Rihanna, welcome in. So that's one of my key things. Whenever you go off the island, stay on ship time. I don't wait till the last minute to get back on board the ship. So if all back on board is at 4:30, I'm back on by 3:30. Just to be on the safe side. And also, I'm winding out of some of my do's and don'ts. Um, for new people that cruise, you're leaving Miami, it's 90 degrees. You're going to Caribbean, it's 95 degrees, sunny, hot. Take a sweater, take a hoodie, because on a cruise ship, it gets cold. They'll have the air conditioner kicked up to Antarctica. Take a sweater. You may need it. If you don't, that's fine. But again, a lot of places in the casino, there's a lot of places where you're going to want a jacket. Take a jacket, even though you're leaving a warm area and it's warm where you're going. Take a jacket. Or you can buy a souvenir and get a hoodie or something down there. You can always do that. All right, we are going to go on to, let's see, some of my don'ts. And I kind of touched on this one earlier. If you can help it, don't fly in the same day. I can't stress enough how much stress that puts on you, not knowing, if your bag is going to make it, not knowing if the flight's going to go, not knowing if you're going to miss the flight, not knowing there's so many different things when you leave the house. You, hope the car doesn't break down. Hope the car doesn't get a flat. Hope the Uber, is on time. Don't do that to yourself. Don't do that to yourself. If you can, leave early. And if you're leaving the same day, leave early. Don't wait till an hour and a half before the flight leaves and try to get to the airport. Leave a couple hours early. You might have to sit in the airport for an hour or two. Yeah, but it takes the stress off, and that's what I do. I'm all about being stress free. When I'm on vacation, it's a no stress life, no stress zone. And a lot of people, a lot of people, after a cruise is over, the saddest cruise ship, whether it's 3 days, 5 days, 7 days, 22 days, when they kick you off the cruise ship, saddest day ever. If you can help it, do not book an early flight. And I understand you may have to wait around in the airport for some hours to your flight, or maybe book an excursion if you have enough time. You get into port usually around 6 o'clock in the morning. They probably start embarkation probably around 7:30 ish, 8 o'clock ish. The airport is, let's say, an hour away, half an hour away. So people say, "Hey, I'll book this 10:30 flight." Things happen where let me get a drink of water. I've been talking for a long time. Excuse me. Things happen where sometimes the deboarding process is delayed. You have to go through customs, so it's delayed, and now you're mad. You're furious. Whether the latest one that I heard was with Carnival, and they were coming on. The police were coming on board to handle some police business, so they delayed the boarding process, and now the people who had those early flights, 10 o'clock, they missed their flights. Mad at Carnival, which wasn't Carnival's fault. One of the biggest cases is there was a fatal boat accident down in Miami that had to be investigated, and that port was closed the whole day. So everybody, I mean, there was really nothing you could do about it. It wouldn't have mattered what time of day that you had booked. Um, you had booked the flight. And again, Keisha, what is Keisha saying? Uh, Anywho, Cruz, hardly any rambling. Thank you, Keisha. I wrote notes, Keisha. I'm trying to stay on point. Anyway, I'm leaving away. There was nothing you could do for that. I mean, that was just unusual that would happen. So, uh, but I'm trying to get you for the little slight delay. Don't put the pressure on you where you got to be there. Oh, what time is it? Try because you're still, even though you're off the ship, you're kind of still on vacation until you get home. And I don't know how many people here, cruise before. I think most of you have. Uh, when you get on a cruise ship, there might be a couple of things wrong. There might be, I don't know, uh, the color of your card is wrong. You're not this, you're that, or whatever reason you want to go to guest services. Sometimes people want to add money to their account. Try to do that before you get on the ship. By the way, don't go to guest services on the first day, because if you ever go to guest services on the first day and look at that line, I mean, it's gonna be wrapped. And again, I don't know exactly what they're doing, because you know why? I don't go to guest services on the first day. I literally had a problem with my room key where my room key didn't work. And I didn't go to my room. I went to my, I'm sorry, I didn't use my key. I found my cabin steward. Hey, cabin steward, it's me. My key doesn't work, but I'm not going to get services. So I didn't go to get services till, I don't know, 10 or 11 o'clock that night. When I did come back, and I came back a little later and the cabin steward was there, hey, put my bags in a room and things like that. But uh, I never that first day, because only because my key didn't work, and it was like 10 o'clock and 11 o'clock at night, and my cabin steward was off, so I needed to get my key to get into a room, and that was on a celebration, by the way, Carnival celebration, inaugural cruise. Inaugural cruises, things go wrong, so try not to do that. And we're gonna go back in the day, back in 1990. I'm on a cruise. I'm in living life. They didn't have casinos. I never been to a casino before. They got a casino on the cruise ship. Um, my very first cruise, other than me getting seasick, but guest services gave me some medicine the second day of the cruise. I didn't go down in the first day. The second day of the cruise, they gave me some medicine, so I went down and took that. So everything was fine. But I'm on the cruise, and I'm literally trying to do everything: the casino, the shows, the food. They had midnight buffets, so I'm up midnight trying to eat. I literally tried to do everything. I almost killed myself. By the time the seventh day came around, I was dead because I was staying up to 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning and getting up at 7 o'clock. I was a lot younger then too. It made it easier. And getting up at 7 o'clock in the morning to go on excursions, so I wouldn't miss anything. And I nearly killed myself. Don't try to do everything. You'll have little sheets of paper that tell you all the activities for the day. Pick out a few. Pick out some shows that you might want to do. Pick out some trivia you might want to do. But don't try to do everything. You're not going to be able to on one cruise usually, especially these larger ships. There's so many things to do on these larger ships. It's incredible. So me to you, don't try to do everything. And even now, I don't do it. I try not to do everything. I pick out. Carnival has a nice little. I like it. A lot of people don't like the app on Carnival, but you can pick out what items you want, and it puts a little heart by it, and everybody in your party can see what you like and what you want to do, and where you want to go. So I like it for that reason. I pick out a lot of things that right here. Okay, I got dinner here, so let me go to this show, the 7:30 show here. Piano bar is at 10:30. And that's what I do. I mean, again, I don't try to do everything. Daytime, or what time is it? Well, they have trivia here, but no, I'm not going to do trivia. I'm going to go up and go to the pool at that time. Uh, and I know I skipped a lot of comments, but I'm just going down. Keisha, 1990. Okay, you're still a youngin, Keisha. Famous is 3. Thank you, man. Now I really feel old. Alicia, Bill, do you remember being able to do evening excursions in the Bahamas and Mexico back then? Yes, I can remember doing an overnight in Bahamas. And all I can tell you is Bahamas at 11 o'clock at night, it looks a lot different. I went out for a little bit and then I wound up, yeah, you know what? I'm going back on board. It looks a lot different um, than it does in the daytime. Keisha, I love the paper copies of the Carnival Fun Times. I don't like them. I can understand, people like things in their hands, and nobody, a lot of times, my phone is always with me, so some people don't always want to have the phone with them and things like that. So I understand paper copies. I'm not gonna knock people that like it. And okay, I'm gonna go to this, and I'm winding down. This is about it. I mean, there's a lot of other things, but if you have any questions, you can go ahead and put a question in the chat, and I'll try to give you my answer. What Bill would do? What would Bill do? Okay, I might make a bracelet about that. Antoinette, have fun. Welcome in. No, no, no to the papers. But I'm not gonna knock you, Antoinette. I'm not gonna knock you. If you like it, you like it. I'm not gonna knock you. Antoinette, have you been doing your show? I haven't seen your show lately. Am I just missing it or something? But I haven't seen your show. She's watching in the background. Okay, we'll talk later. Anywho, I'm go back to one of my final things, and it's well, and I'm going to talk to you a couple things about the final one. But if there's an excursion that you really want, book it early. A lot of these excursions, kind of sell out fast, and I ran into that. I really because I haven't done excursions too much on a Carnival ship, going to the Bahamas anymore. I used to do. I mean, going to the Caribbean. I used to do it all the time. Um, I don't do it now, so I don't look at the excursions, but a lot of you see a lot of them sell out. Book your excursions early if there's something that you really want to do. There were some excursions when I went to that 22-day cruise, and I didn't get there in time, and they sold out a helicopter ride. It was a lot of people started going on. It was limited number of people, and they okay, Antoinette, I see that. Um, a limited number of seats, so I wanted to do it, and I went ahead and bought it, and I bought it from Carnival. One thing I'm going to say is a lot of people don't like buying their excursions from the cruise ship, and I'm going to tell you what the problem is. If you ever go to an island and you're doing an excursion, if you bought it from Carnival, they guarantee to get you back to the ship on time. So let's say we're going to go swim with the dolphins. If you book it with Carnival, they will guarantee that you get back to the ship on time. And if not, they'll wait for you, or if not, they will catch you up to the ship in the next port. They guarantee that's one of the guarantees. So that's one of the things um, a lot of people like to cruise. That's like insurance. A lot of times you can get off the cruise ship and find the same excursion cheaper, but there's no guarantees. So you'll get off the ship and it'll say, "Hey, swim with the dolphins over here." Wow, that's half the price of what it is off the Carnival ship. Let's go. And you get on their little rinky dinky truck and it breaks down. Yeah, Carnival doesn't know where you're at and they really don't care. I mean, they do care. I shouldn't say they care, but they're not going to wait for you. And it's your responsibility to catch up to the ship in the next port or find your transportation home. So, do you want to save a couple of dollars? It could be quite a few for some excursions. Do you want to save a couple of dollars, or do you want the insurance of knowing that you can get back on the cruise ship? And that's for you to do. I've been cruising a long time. I've done a lot of excursions, so I feel comfortable doing excursions off the cruise ship. Um, but I do them early, and I get back early. So in case something happens, I can find a way home, whether it's a Uber, whether it's a cab, whether it's local transportation. However, I can get back early. If you're doing it, if you're doing it off the ship, think about think about maybe doing a little research. We all got our phones, and a lot of times in these cruise ports, when you go to Bahamas, a lot of cruise plans work in the Bahamas or the Caribbean. Try to do a little research and see, that I mean, it could save you a couple of monies or a couple of dollars, but it may not be worth it in the long run. I've never had a problem. I've never missed a be back on board call. I've had a van break down doing a tour of an island. We stopped at a beach, and next thing you know, the van didn't start up, so he had to order another van. But again, I mean, I'm plenty of time, so they ordered another one, and I made it back. So, hey, that's your call. If you don't like stress, book with Carnival. If you don't mind a little stress, which kind of goes against my philosophy, which is what I do, uh, I go and get a little cheaper. So those are my do's and don'ts. Uh, Again, there's other ones. I'm sure I missed some. I tried to stay on focus because I'm trying to keep this close to an hour. So I tried to stay on focus. So I know I missed um, comments in here, and I if I missed anybody coming in, and I'm sorry, I do apologize. Um, but know that you're appreciated being in here. Also, since you're in here, if you don't mind hitting the like button, I appreciate it. Thank you, Scott, Controversial Cruising, for mentioning that. Yeah, hit the like button. I would love that if you did that. Also, if you're new here, think about subscribing to the channel. I appreciate it. I won't bother. I won't. I promise I won't stalk you or anything like that. Hit the like button and hit the subscribe button. And if you like what you hear, come on back. Enjoy this conversation with Banter with Bill every Thursday at 4 p.m. I am trying to put out more content. I haven't been putting out long form content here lately, so I'm trying to get together. I having a little problem with my video clips and all this other stuff, so I'm working on that and working on my next cruise. So bear with me. Again, we're going places, people. I want to grow this channel and check out some other people on here. Type hashtag strong, and it'll drop your link so people can connect with you if you haven't done so already. No peer runners. You know what? And I think I understand. I mean, people are talking about peer runners, and I understand a lot of people like watching peer runners and find it funny. And I just don't. I really don't find it funny. Now, once they get back on the ship, I'm all. I mean, let's laugh about it. Ha ha ha! Your ship, your cab broke down. Ha! I'm glad you make it back. I just don't find it funny. I don't like to see people stressed out and running, and you see these old people running and people on wheelchairs racing to get back onto the ship. These are some of the videos I saw. A little kid running in front of the parents, drop something. They tell the kid to keep on running, trying to get back to the ship. I just don't find it funny. I understand how it could be funny, and once they get back on the ship, I I laugh. I'll laugh with them. Um, yeah, it's Elisa. I just don't. If it happened to somebody else because they made a mistake because they didn't know what time it was or their car broke down. See, you wouldn't find it so funny. So, if you wouldn't find it funny if it happened to you and you're stuck in the Bahamas, you're stuck in Grand Turk. If you wouldn't laugh if you got stuck there, why would you laugh at somebody else? So I don't know. I'm a Debbie Downer or a Billy Downer. So I understand, but again, if you get back on the ship, we can laugh about it. Hey, I'll buy you a shot as we laugh about it. But I don't want to. Some people just sit up there and just want to photograph and videotape people running back to the ship, and that's just ain't me. I want everybody to get back on the ship so we can all get back to the having the fun life. Elisa. See, Elisa, I like you, Elisa, because you think like me. Thank you. I don't know. Things happen. I would be heartbroken if that was us trying to run with our child. I would laugh if we are still there and tied to the pier. Yeah, it's funny if you make it back on. But again, just think about what if you see them running like that, they're literally in fear that they're going to miss the ship. And I understand the ship told you 100 million times what time to be back on, and you messed up. I still don't want to see you miss the ship. I know you're here. Here you are, Mr. Sancho's, and all you can eat and all you can drink. I understand that, and you overindulged. Even though I don't necessarily agree with that. I don't want to see you miss the ship. So, anything else? Anybody want to talk about? Again, I do appreciate everybody that's been in here today. And I'm not sure what the next topic is going to be for next week. Matter of fact, controversial cruising and I are trying to work out where we're going to do a collaboration. Probably when we're going to try to talk about it after this. If he's still here, we're going to probably talk about it after this. Probably next. Tuesday or Wednesday, and we don't know what time yet. So this is all in the beginning stages. But we're going to talk about cruising. Don't know what the topics is going to be, but same thing with cruising. But as we, we're both trying to grow our channel, so he has his side, I have my side, so we're gonna try to bring it together where we're coming in and try to make you know our two families one big happy family. So we're gonna try to see how that works. I'm still banter with Bill. It's still going to be 4 p.m. Eastern time, and it always is going to be that. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Um, but it might be a new show. I was I was in the process of thinking about doing a podcast where I could do my rambling in peace. So yeah, I might start doing a podcast. I don't know. I can barely keep up with YouTube, so why I'm thinking about a podcast is beyond me. Hold on one second. Where's my? I I can put my notes down. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done with my notes. I can get back to the rambling. And hey, Scott, I am dropping the link here. Boop. If you want to come up, I'm about to end this live in a couple of minutes. If you want to come up and go backstage, or if you want to come up and tell about your channel, you can do that real quick. But if you want to come up, and then that way, when I end the live, we can talk about what we want to talk about as far as the other show. So everybody, I do appreciate you coming in. Let's wait a second to see whether or not Scott wants to talk about his show, the controversial cruising. He put out a video today. He might want to talk about his new video he put out today. He had some controversy. His video, I'm not gonna tell you what he thought, but his video was about uh I guess some cruise line are starting to stop people from taking food back to their room. And do you agree with that? Yes or no? I'm not really a big food in the room type of guy. I have done it, but again, if you tell me, I couldn't do it, I wouldn't miss out. Um, but Scott has a video about that, and he talks about it, and he lets you know his point of view. So if you want to know what he thinks, go to his channel and look at his latest video, and he will he'll tell you about it. Oh no, Scott. I mean, again, I want you to come up. If you come, you don't. I'm not. I won't. If you don't want to come up, I just hit the link, and you'll be backstage. I won't bring you up, but when I close this out, you'll be there, and me and you can talk. There'll be nobody there but me and you. It'll be a private chat. Hey, Bruce, welcome in. Bruce is my guy. I'm looking at doing a Nile River group cruise, so Bruce is going to be my guy. So everybody get to know Bruce. Bruce, everybody, and he's going to be my probably be my because I mean Bruce is a good guy. Probably be my travel agent for my group cruise for the Nile River cruise. Fly over to Egypt, do the Nile River cruise. Go check out the pyramids. So I should have brought that up. Okay, before everybody leaves, there's 24 people in here. I'm thinking about putting together a group cruise for 25 of a Nile River group cruise. Fly over to Egypt, see the pyramids, go see the Valley of the Kings on a Nile River cruise, and probably a 4 or 5 day cruise, along with a couple of days in Cairo to check out like the pyramids, Sphinx, and all that good stuff. So if you're interested in that, go ahead and make sure you put me in your notifications and Instagram and hit me up. And once I get pricing and things like that, I will get it out to everybody so they can. I'm going no matter what. So if even if nobody goes, I'm still going. But again, usually trips like that, people feel better traveling in a larger group. And when I say larger group, I'm not expecting a big group, 50 cabins. But if 3, 4, 5 people might want to go, and you don't want to go by yourself. I mean, matter of fact, you could probably do double occupancy in a room if you get to know each other before you go to cut down on costs. Because I know now we're talking about flying to Cairo, flying to Egypt, so you got an added cost there. So, but it's something that we can all get together and talk about in a group for people that want to do it. Bone Tired Traveler said, "Oh wow." Famous says, "Save a spot for three." We have as many as you want. Famous. I don't know about build the pyramids, but again, visit the pyramids because this is my bucket list. This is one of the things on my bucket list, and cruising down the Nile and seeing the pyramids and Valley of the Kings. Uh, I mean, it's been high on my bucket list, and I want to do that coming up soon. So I figured in 2025 will be that thing. I know a lot of you got group cruises, and I got a cruise in 2025 I want to go to now anyway, and that's September 13th through the 16th is Royal Caribbean Utopia of the Seas. So there's a lot of things out there, but again, if you're interested in the Nile River cruise, I'm trying to get that together. I'm gonna speak to Bruce within the next couple of weeks probably, and we'll start building an itinerary for everybody and let you know and see if you're interested in it. And what I'll do is once I get that together, start a Facebook page, and that way we can all work together on truly what we want to do. I mean, this is like a work in progress, so we can do the dates that we want to go, the what we want to see, how many days we want to spend in Cairo. Do we want to spend any days in Cairo? Do we just want to do the Nile River cruise? There's a ton of things that we can talk about. So CNS Travel. CNS Travel, I sent you an email today. And I don't know if you got it or not, but I was curious whether or not um, I watch your videos, but I can't comment on the videos on whether you do that on purpose or not. Thanks for coming in, by the way. If I mean, I know I just saw your name, and it's like, well, let me get to the point with that. But oh, okay. And again, I didn't know. If a lot of people, if you like start doing videos, and a lot of people, don't understand it, and I didn't want you to take it the wrong way because again, people do what they want to do. But you make good videos, and it's like, uh, if when you have people comment, that way you can see who's watching your videos, and you can get back with them, and your channel can grow. And yes, you made it for kids, and if you make it for kids, they take away the comments, and that's what I was going to tell you. So I'm glad you fixed that, so I can go back and watch the videos and do that. So okay, good people. Again, Nile River Cruise. Think about it for 2025. Also, if you haven't hit the like button, hit the like button on your way out. There's 27 people in here. I appreciate you all being here. And if you're new here and don't mind subscribing to the channel, please do. Again, I told you, I promise I won't stalk you. And if you don't like what you hear coming, from Banter with Bill, you can always unsubscribe. But it helps the channel grow, and I really would appreciate it. So I am going to get ready to get out of here. All 28 of you in the house, thank you again. Hit the like button on the way out. Next week at 4 p.m. Eastern, Banter with Bill. And be on the lookout for a new show with me and Controversial Cruising coming next week. You will get some notification. So thanks again, and I will talk to you later. Goodbye.